Hello everyone, welcome back to Homestuck. Last time, the retcon happened, and Vriska's back, so, yay? Question mark? In general, I'm pretty happy about it, because even back then, when Vriska originally died, I was like, how does the story move forward without her? She's so integral to the group dynamic, right? And then, it kind of didn't for a very long time. And things sort of started happening when Arania got involved again. And really, it was like, as soon as the beta kids and the alpha trolls, I guess, showed up. And then, people actually started talking to each other. Even so, though, it felt like we skipped over a lot of that development for people like Terezi, who had a whole bunch of stuff happen to her off screen. And really even, like, Gamzee and Dave and Karkat, I don't know what they were up to most of the time either. So now we've got that all kind of reset. So I feel, it's like a weight off the story's back. We don't have to worry about that stuff really. But now we got new stuff to explore. So hopefully that's good. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. Skaya. Why does Prospect have a big hole in it? Oh, because this is the troll session? No. What? Okay. Something's happening. We'll figure it out.
Is it time yet?
No.
Oh. How about now?
No. Dave, we've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Long enough for me to have picked up the habit of calling them years instead of far more sensible units of measurement. Sweeps. I think you should be able to survive just a little bit longer.
I still don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's just supposed to, appear?
That's my understanding, yes.
You mean here, on this frog circle thing?
I don't know. Somewhere in this session. At which point, if he has any brain at all, he'll seek us out.
So Jade came on a gold ship through a tiny window, apparently, but John wasn't on it?
Well, his corpse was, somewhere, but that John doesn't matter anymore. Kind of like how there was a bird version of you out there, now presumed dead, but also didn't matter. The real John and the other Lalonde girl will spontaneously appear from a different reality. I determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving in this session. Sorry to steal all the timey thunder from the great Night of Time, end quote, but someone had to take the initiative and go on a fact-finding mission.
Nah, it's cool. You can have all that thunder if you want it.
When exactly is this supposed to happen? Soon. And she's unhurt? Will she remember our brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalonde girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interacted at all in her timeline. I don't know the full extent of John's alt-reality experiences either. But apparently things went raw for them in about as many ways as you can imagine. Presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's shit in order.
No, yeah, Equius is still Arqueus, so that's still going to happen later with the whole Caliborn prophecy thing we learned last time. Also, Jane's still wearing the tiara top, so I guess that maybe still happened in this universe? No, right? Because Vriska stopped it, so she's just wearing it for fun, I guess. I would not do that if I were you.
Oh, snap! Oh, snap!
I get it.
Smile.
But yeah, I agree with the sentiment largely, of you being more competent than most people in general, Vriska.
Thanks, Tavros.
Smile!
Hey, look, I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore, and that I don't really know what's going on most of the time, and therefore I'm forced to take any bullshit that happens with a grain of snack mineral big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much trouble, Vriska, could you take a moment to explain why Tavros is a sprite? And Equius too, and also why Equius is wearing a new pair of moronic-looking sunglasses. Thanks in advance.
Sorry if you're having trouble keeping up with the times, Carcat. I didn't explain it because I thought the nature of the development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing any confusion. What about you, Kanaya? Did you think it was fairly self-evident? I thought it was fairly self-evident. Yeah, see? You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3-year-old cadavers of our 2 deceased friends.
No, I got that. I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter their session?
Yes, but they did months ago, from the current frame of reference. But this is a void session, Carcat. I thought we talked about this.
Huh?
A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the game with the kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes a totally dysfunctional one. It can't bear fruit because there's no battlefield in Skya, unless you go to the trouble of putting one there, of course, which the Condess has already done for us, via Grimbark Jade, prior to our arrival. Quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point, though. The bottom line is, this session comes courtesy of 4 unprototyped kernels, waiting to be put to use. So, not being one to let a sweet perk go to waste, I took initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. Really, this is some basic stuff. I'm sure we went over it all at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, don't you remember when I walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal. When I looked away for a moment, you and Dave wrestled the tome away and began scribbling phalluses in it while giggling like children.
Maybe. I guess that rings a dong shouter.
What? Dude, LMAO.
What? Shut up. Look, a lot has happened in 3 years. We've all been through stuff. Am I really expected to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light bores?
Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our fucking acumen. Between your nerdish obsession over the knowledge granted by our aspect, and my unprecedented ability to weaponize said knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, we're double-handedly saving the asses of every person on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates this categorical certainty. Hey, I appreciate that categorical certainty. Whom do you think I was referring to? Wink or wonk? I don't know.
Wow, okay, what the fuck ever to that vainglorious load of crap. I'm still spouting off here, I think.
That's fine, Carcat. Take all the time you need to collect yourself and continue frothing at the mouth whenever you're ready.
Okay, I figured out some stuff. I'm still either pissed off and or confused about. You said there were 4 kernels here. You know, we did lose more than 2 friends on that meteor. Which reminds me, I guess I should say, hi Tavros and Equius. Again. Nice to see you guys back with us, sort of. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion, since along the way here we ran into about 10 different versions of your stupid little ghosts. That kind of lets a little air into the poignancy balloon, sorry.
Hey, buddy.
Don't wink at me.
Greetings, old friend. Not to worry. I have stored enough poignancy in my heaving balloon-like pectorals for the both of us. Though I should clarify that approximately half of my personally... What? Couldn't give the faintest fidgeting horse dump about you or your sentimental notions. Also, I am very busy here, so stop talking to me completely.
Oh man, classic.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
And speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is, I guess it implies you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years? That's a bit fucked up, even for you. And not to get too macabre, but I would have thought they would have, rotted by now or something.
Yes, there was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for the journey, after quickly rounding up the bodies while people had their backs turned.
Well, shit. That's a hell of a mystery that I always thought was a mystery, but found it too disturbing to contemplate solving. But damn if it didn't just get solved. That's fucked up.
If you would stop being a wuss for a half-second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. These are the only 2 sprites I had any intention of using for resurrection purposes. I brought Tavros back because, Let's face it, that was kind of my fault, for unnecessarily impaling him with his own lance and all. It was my responsibility to make amends for that, so I did.
Oh, yeah.
Tavros, please don't interrupt.
Whoops.
Then I made Arqueus Sprite happen because, first of all, he's a national fucking treasure. Literally everything he says is perfect and hilarious, and if I hear a single word to the contrary from the peanut gallery, the motherfucker with beef rockets to the top of the motherfucker with a beef rockets to the top of my shit list. So please, I enthusiastically invite one of you no-taste mouth breathers to talk smack about the A-man. Make my day.
Vriss, you...
Or, no, that's Dave, and then it's Arqueus. Okay.
Vriss, yo, nobody's arguing with you on that. Everybody here thinks he's pretty cool.
Arqueus Sprite.
Glasses! Like, just enough freak show steps removed from being my bro, I guess. Enough to make me not feel like...
Dave, you're not allowed to interrupt me either. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me when I'm talking up Arqueus Sprite. That's the rule.
Owned! Wow, owned! Oh, shut the fuck up, Davros. Shut up.
Second, this guy's a fucking tactical genius, totally conniving and calculating, and unafraid to use methods that are just a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives. And since I can't stick around for too long, your party's going to need someone like that. Besides, it seems like a really fitting fate for Arqueus. He genuinely seems to be more comfortable with this state of existence, and seems a lot happier than I ever remember him being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him this solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew my arm off, so now we're square.
You mean triangular?
What?
Triangular!
I don't...
It's the shape of my clop-damned glasses!
Oh. See what I mean, guys? He's a fucking riot.
Agreed! Thank you for the strong endorsement, low-blood / person I've never heard of and don't care about. I'll be finished my work here momentarily.
Excuse me.
Hold on, I need to get Jake's voice back. It's been quite a while since he's talked normal words and wasn't just shouting like,
Oh, my stars and garters. There we go. That's Jake. Excuse me, Mr. Arqueus, what exactly are you doing to her?
I'm disabling her tiara top. It is extremely delicate work, not to be trusted to human hooves.
Yes, I've also decided it's imperative to reclaim Crocker from the Condess before she can wake up and cause more trouble.
oh, so this is like right after that happened, I see.
Her powers will be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead. If you can keep her out of harm's way, in addition to providing her general purpose restorative capabilities, she also represents one extra life for everyone. And since heroic deaths could be getting handed out like inexpensive tobacco flutes pretty soon, I'm guessing this boon is going to come in handy.
Terezi's just chilling.
So, what about our other dead friends?
Huh?
You know, Nepeta, Eridan.
Oh, right, them. I was getting to that.
Oh, okay. I know we talked a lot about strategy in advance, Vriska, but I don't remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up, not to make a bad pun on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed. Ugh.
Yeah, sorry. I had a lot of logistics buzzing around in my brain. It's hard to keep you appraised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough and transparent about my motives as I can from now on, okay, Pyrope?
Okay.
So, after prototyping Tavros and Arqueus, that leaves 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2 empty kernels. Obviously, this presents quite a dilemma. Well, okay, technically 3.5 friends, whatever the fuck that means. Nepeta, Fefri, Eridan, and Solix's, dead body, with his half-ghost floating out there with a radia. I know that caveat sounds stupid as hell, but let's not get hung up on it. The fact is, we've got 4 corpses, but only 2 slots remaining, and there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same sprite and make a pair of freaks resigned to an existential hell worse than death. Except in Arqueus' case, since those 2 nutjobs mesh with each other's personalities so phenomenally.
I must compliment the exquisite judgment you've shown in this matter, but if I may suggest, nay, perhaps command, you should prototype the 2 royal bloods and be done with it. They deserve it.
No! Arqueus, your reservation is noted.
No, it is reservation, okay.
But the hemospectrum is bullshit. It's not going to factor into this decision.
Finally, somebody said it.
I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care. As you were.
So, considering there are 4 left, and I can't personally say that any is more deserving of life than the others, I intend to let them all rest in peace. That is my ruling, and I'm inclined to call it final. They can live on with the rest of their afterlives in the dream bubbles, which still need to be saved from Lord English, lest we forget. But of greater importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as a resurrection backup, in case one of you 2 jokers dies in the line of duty once too often. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking this all through so well in advance.
Okay, that's a good reason to have spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on our dead friends is totally airtight, or that you have the authority to make a final ruling.
Come on, Terezi. I'm not saying I'm an authority on morality here, or mortality here. I only said my ruling was final because my logic was so impeccable. It was kind of like a figure of speech.
Yeah, right. Let's think it through a little more. Solix's half-ghost is perfectly happy out there with Aradia. We've seen him and confirmed it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him. And Eridan? He murdered Fefri and tried to kill Kanaya and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in the running. But Nepeta and Fefri, what did they ever do to anybody?
Yes, this is my point exactly. I don't want to be the arbiter of Eridan's value as a person because of the mistakes he's made, or Fefri or Nepeta's or Solix's or anybody's. The only reason I chose these 2 over the others is on account of taking responsibility for some nasty shit I personally did. Plus also some tactical considerations for the greater good, but that's different. I would think you, of all people, would be on the same page when it comes to taking responsibility for your own actions, while in the same stride not judging other people for their misdeeds too harshly. But if you feel comfortable continuing to crown yourself as the Queen of Justice, then be my guest.
Oh, give me a break. I think we both know the justice issues here are pretty cut and dried. Solix wants to be where he is. Eridan's a murderous douche. The girls are innocent. I say we bring them back.
Terezi, please. Let's not bicker in front of the party. We need to be showing solidarity here.
We do?
Yes, we are equally important to the party as its overarching executives, the ones with the most experience in the department of guile and ruthlessness. I may project my voice a little louder than you, and borrow the spotlight for a little longer, but you were always the soul of Team Scourge. I couldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to.
Aw, yeah, okay, you're right. I'm behind you all the way.
That's okay. Good old Vriska, okay.
I stated my case, but if you really want to revive them, that's fine with me. I've got the torso parts with me right here, so feel free to round them up and prototype them anytime.
You do? Where?
In the hunger trunk. I stashed all the spare remains in there to keep them fresh, along with our final living party member.
Huh? Oh. Well, yeah. I think I'll revive them a little later. Yeah, later.
Suit yourself.
Well.
So, am I inferring correctly from some shit I just heard that, Inferring what? That Vriska's like the de facto team leader now? Or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know, I never understood this Scourge shit. You two have always been like this scheming, giggling enigma huddled together in pea-pod for hella self-tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on that meteor. Is this it? Is what it? This plan you were hatching all along. Is this like your big move? Your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader, finally?
Oh, brother. Dave, no, this isn't a coup. It's just a common sense rearing its ugly head for a change.
Oh, got it.
Good.
Wait, no, I don't got it.
Arg!
Sounds like you're just, like, being the leader now because you want to, and making all the plans because no one else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either. I just want to get the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this? Carcat? 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 Yo, Carcat!
What?
Oh my god, dude, were you just not listening to any of that?
To what? What? What's happening now?
Man, how long have you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a fuck about any of the shit Vriska's saying, so maybe I'm not one to talk, but at least I have the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing?
Sorry, I'm guilty.
No, I'm guilty.
I zoned out on some of Circat's self-important blither and was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay?
Dude, you don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Shoring up a little one-on-one time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What were you talking about?
It's private.
I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though.
We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here, and chose to remain discreet about it.
No, yeah, I know what that's all about. How when you talk to the mayor, most of the time words aren't even necessary. He just, knows. Man, the mayor's just so wonderful. I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him.
No! That's fucking stupid! Just, what were you saying when I was spacing out just then?
Nothing really. I was wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role, and if maybe you wanted to throw a vintage shit fit about that, or...
Oh! That's a good one, Dave! Wow! Me? Leader? Too funny. I'm entirely and singularly baffled that it could still even occur to anyone to pertain the notion I might still be playing any role within this sniffling orbit of a leadership position of this ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of a leader-like nature without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leadery to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time? I have seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of all leadership duties was some fait accompli shit.
What? So that's like French for do, but not quite. Accompli. It must be a reference to something.
Fait accompli.
I don't know.
Shit, for 3 solid years, and have since been enjoying the peace and quiet of 0 responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I have been able to keep my blood pressure down, and now resemble the living embodiment of peace and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing euphoria hobbled turdvana.
Okay, so vintage shit fit it is, then.
Carcat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role, due to the acknowledgement of your overwhelming personal limitations. But be that as it may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here, so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Somebody's going to need to step up while I'm gone.
All right, Sir Cat. Then I'll make this a lot easier for you and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as a leader of this group, or any group, forever. Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more than suited for the role. And if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to fuck off for mysterious yet to be explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined can slide right into that position, so long as it isn't me.
Yeah. Well,
Great, it's settled. I'm the leader. I gladly accept the baton. You are going to such lengths to pass me, Carcat. I'm honored, in fact. Not everyone is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about this distinction, but your melodramatic endorsement of my abilities is appreciated. Excuse me, Miss Leader.
she's not British. Hold on.
Excuse me, Miss Leader. Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise, but I was wondering when you were planning to get to the actual strategy part of this meeting. Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Remind me to give you a promotion. A promotion to what? Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke. Fuck. The answer's very soon. As soon as Egbert and Lalonde get here, which should be right about... Just give it another second or two. Right.
Vriska?
Right about...
Yo, can we maybe bust out some refreshments while we wait for the totally imminent thing to transpire? Can I take a look in the fridge?
There are no drinks in the fridge.
What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Oh, yeah, never mind.
Shh. Shut the fuck up. They're here.
Hi, guys. I'm just floating in.
Alright, they're here. Alright.
Hi, John.
Wow, maybe this is the Vriska that isn't evil. Whoa. Hi, everybody.
Wow. He's really here, isn't he?
Hey, John.
Wow.
Don't just mumble to yourself, you rude fuck. Say hello.
Oh yeah, hey John, what's up?
Hey, Dave. Not much. Hi again, Carcat. I only saw you for like 5 minutes ago, but I guess that was years ago for you. Dang. You've probably been through a whole lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have the time to answer that. There'll be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everybody else, too. Oh, man, I miss you all so much. Even the people I don't know very well or haven't even met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Roxy. She's my new friend, and we just went on a crazy adventure together to save the timeline and come find you all. So, here we are.
Hi.
Oh, the lips. Can we stop with the suckerfish lips? See, they're fine when it's like zoomed in like this.
Dash. Doof. Mum.
Oh, how precious. Daw. I wonder if my Nana's around here. Oh, hey, Terezi.
Hello, Egbert.
Guess our plan worked out pretty well, huh? This session is in much better shape than last time I saw it. You really bailed us out.
You're welcome.
I mean, not that you specifically had anything to do with it. You were as much the beneficiary of your future self's crafty schemes as I was, so don't get too smug.
No, I'm pretty comfortable being smug and taking credit for the future me's ideas. I've always been on excellent terms with my future self. She and I get along famously. Unlike somebody else on this meteor.
Fuck you! Okay, whatever you say. Oh, that reminds me. I know the scarf agenda wasn't really your idea, per se, but do you have any idea what all the stuffed dragon shit was about? Did that actually, serve a purpose in the timeline? Or were you just fucking with me?
I was almost most certainly fucking with you.
Okay, wow, great. Good to know. Thanks for that, Terezi. That was a really awesome use of our time.
I'm glad we're in complete agreement.
Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Terezi, what stupid thing did you make John do?
I just sent him on a few totally indispensable mission-critical errands is all. No big deal.
Yeah, forget it. Long story short is, I got owned. The end. By the way, good to see you again, Vriska.
Good to see you too, John.
It's cool that you're alive now instead of being a cunning ghost pirate. I think your, ways probably are more valuable to have here in the land of the living. At least I hope so.
I couldn't agree more. I never got a chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously, because I was unconscious. But thanks for that. I was being an idiot and deserved it. And as a bonus, it apparently saved my life. So thanks. You're a real friend.
Don't mention it.
I've received quite a few beatings in my time, and not only did I have each one coming, but they all led to big changes for me, on the road to becoming the impeccably evolved person I am now. So by that measure, it was probably the most critical smackdown of my entire life.
That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch in the face, just let me know. I'm your man. Rose.
Hi, John.
Hi. Nice to see you alive and well again. Not to mention in the correct timeline.
Yes, you did it. I'm still a bit unclear on what exactly it was you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Thanks for returning with my Roxy. Yes. Thank you for returning with my Roxy, is obviously the remark I meant to say, and is the statement of a reasonable person. Of course. Really, it is so good to see you. I'd give you a hello hug, but you seem kind of tied up at the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute. Hello, Jake, right? Yes. You sent me a letter once, right? And a box full of weapons and a rabbit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was me. Thanks for that. It was pretty cool. It made me really curious to meet you. Right. Me too. I mean, curious to meet you, not me. Not the letter, that I didn't make me. It was always curious to... Doggone it. What? Just... I had stuff I wanted to say when we met. There's so many people here, I don't... Ugh, sorry. It's okay, I understand. I'm shy too. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me, man to man. Oh, roger that. Oh, hey, Tavros. Looks like you're, here too.
Oh, definitely. But don't worry, I'm not very shy.
Yeah, I know.
So you can feel free to say as many things to me in a conversation as you want.
That's, nice to know. Maybe later. Dave. Hi, Dave.
Hey, bro.
He's got a little bit of a... Oh, Jay's just sleeping in the corner. Also, Karkat's smiling? This is insane.
You're back and alive, all because of me.
I guess that's the thing we were all accepting as true, yeah.
It's okay. There's no need to thank me.
I wasn't going to, but, not as a means of being an arbitrary dick to my number one childhood pal from the past. I have literally no first-hand cognizance of ever being in danger. I just fucked around here on a meteor for a bunch of years, and here I am, and so are you, which is pretty dope, I think.
It is very dope. Hey, Karkat, don't leave me hanging here.
What?
There's more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I left it hanging there just for you, but you're leaving me high and dry here, dude.
Karkat, holy shit, where are your manners? Leaving a fist unbumped like that's a new low.
Oh my god! You didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist to say some things, and then re-offered your fist to me the moment you said don't leave me hanging. I saw it with my very own eyes.
Karkat, wow, that's really pedantic. And now you actually are leaving me hanging in order to explain your nonsense. I'm this close to revoking your bumping privileges.
God damn it, here. Bump. Strider to the rescue. The fist bump's been secured.
Dave, no! Fuck! I wanted to do it of my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real.
Oh, it's real, buddy.
No, I'm going to fist bump you later, when I'm feeling it. But it's going to be fucking natural. Mark my words.
We'll see, Karkat, we'll see.
Wrecked.
Hey, Dave, why is Jade asleep? And also Teen Nana. Or Jane, I guess.
Yeah, Vriska had to knock him out.
What? Why?
They were kicking up a ruckus.
Can't you wake them up?
Don't wake them up.
Huh?
Yeah, we can't. Some kind of brainwashing thing going on. Gotta keep them napping. Especially Jade. I'm sure you know what kind of crooked ass baloney fuck powers she got. Can't let her turn those against us.
Right.
She should be pretty psyched to see you, though.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but apparently along the way our version of John died, so she made the whole trip without you.
Oh no!
Yeah, this timeline is gearing up to be pretty tragic, I guess, but then you sort of Deus Ex'd out of nowhere and spared us all the sad times. From your point of view, I guess it isn't Deus Ex shit. You were just the normal John you always were, all zipping around like a nerdy hypergod, saving everything from whatever. But from our standpoint, you just kind of yanked yourself out of a random-ass nothing, but hey, you know what? I'll take it.
Man, I had no idea. I guess that's what typhus meant. That's so sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all that time on the ship thinking I was dead. I guess I was dead, but you know what I mean. Are you sure we can't wake her up for a second just to see if she's all right?
Vriska. Mad.
Feel free, but I have a feeling you'll just be joining her nap if you try.
Darn. Guess we'll have to catch up later. Hey, what about Dave's sprite?
Dead.
No! That sucks too!
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess?
It's kind of a weird subject for me. The guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? That was his whole thing, right?
I don't know. I'll miss him anyway, even if he wasn't the real Dave. I kind of feel bad for ever thinking of him as a less real version, actually.
Yeah, he's me, and exactly what I would be like if I was a mopey, existential bird. So it's kind of embarrassing to even talk about, okay? I guess it is sad, in 3 quotation marks, but you know a lot of versions of me had died. Lots of versions of us, including you. Isn't what's important that certain dubiously categorized iterations of ourselves are all alive here and now and hanging out?
Yeah, I guess that is what's important. I guess there'll be a time to reflect on everything that was lost later, like dead time clones and double dead ghosts or other such hogwash. Right now I'm just still excited to see everybody. There's so much crazy stuff for us to catch up on. I don't even know where to start, it's overwhelming.
Don't stress over it. We still have some time to kill before shit starts getting real in this session. At least according to the Vriska in chief.
What do you mean?
All the bad guys are still just outside the Inciposphere. They won't converge here until a few hours or so. So let's just all sit back a while and shoot the shit. And I do mean empty our clips into the shit. Like, really pump that turd full of lead. Right up until she gets bossy again and commandeers our fly bro times with more shrill tactical exhortations.
Okay, that sounds great.
Oh boy. This is a great place to end the episode. Excuse my chair for being a little creaky. Wow. So, John, Dave, and Carcat, Rose, Roxy, and Kanaya, Tavros, Jake, and Vriska. That's a weird... Okay, but Vriska and Terezi as well. Roxy, Dave, and Rose. That's interesting. Kanaya, Carcat. Hey, it's like the 3 heads of state. Troll heads of state. We're kind of missing Terezi, though. I think it'd probably Terezi, Vriska, and Carcat if we were picking the leaders. But, you know, Kanaya is more interesting in this group, I would argue. Arqueus, Vriska, Terezi, and Dave. That's going to be a shit show. And then Jake and John. Huh. This is going to take a while. You know, I was going to lament that we're on page 7,486. Like, we're getting close to the end. And now this is going to take, like... this is going to take, like, 3 episodes to get through. Probably not that long, but maybe, honestly. So, plenty to look forward to. This is exactly what I've been looking for, though, right? Like, literally at the start of the episode, I was like, oh, we skipped over all the character drama. Here it is! I like that Tavros and Jake are hanging out, by the way. That's very funny. They're both the pages, after all. This is, like, probably the biggest fan service thing ever, right? In terms of just, like, all the characters are hanging out. There's no danger going on. It's just, like, it's happy times. Yay! Rose and Roxy finally get to meet. Dave and John finally get to hang out again. It only sucks that Jade isn't awake. And Jane, I guess. But, you know, we'll get there eventually. They're hanging out with Calliope, so you can't be too mad, right? I don't know what to make a question. Oh, my stomach is grumbling. Apparently, I need to eat something. Just do a super generic question. What's your favorite food? Okay, but more than that, what's your favorite food that you make yourself? Okay? Because there is a difference, right? I like burritos, but I like the way I make them specifically, or like our family makes them, but I make them for myself now, obviously. So, wow, it's just going crazy. I'm sorry if you can hear that. So what's your favorite food that you make your own special way, basically? So you can't just say, like, I like hamburgers. You have to, like, tell me what you do differently that makes you like them better than, like, a restaurant hamburger, right? That's the prompt. Okay, I'm gonna go eat something. Bye.